visiting Bend, Oregon. We went twice so far. One was flying in. It was in the month of October, so it was beautiful fall colors. The leaves were absolutely amazing. It felt like we were in New England, honestly. And the weather was chilly, really crisp. We were able to get away with a couple of layers and sweaters and jeans kind of thing. Um, and yeah, we went hiking. We had lots of great experiences with restaurants, downtown area. We played in a really fun arcade because I love pinball. Josh does too. So we fell in love with it right off the bat. So that was, I believe, in 2023. And then I'm sorry, 2022. And then fast forward to May of 2025, this previous year, we actually were there for 2 weeks at the end of May, kind of the tailwind of spring, early summer. And we were there in our RV, our fifth wheel, I should say. We were able to go grocery shopping. We were able to kind of check in with the locals a little bit more, have more of a local experience, which we love, and which is why we love this lifestyle so much. Having our girls with us, being able to kind of immerse ourselves a little bit more heavily into the culture and the community. And there's so much to do in Bend, so much so that we didn't even get a chance to do it all in the 3 weeks collectively that we were there. Like I mentioned, there's a ton of outdoor stuff to do. We went and did a bunch of hikes. Love walking around the downtown area and kind of going in and out of the shops. There was this old school, I'm trying to remember the name of it, the McMillan's old school. It's a Catholic school, but they've converted it into a restaurant. They've converted it into a whiskey bar. There was even a movie theater and a bathhouse and an old school speakeasy room closet kind of thing. So that was really fun and immersive. Like I said, we fell in love with an arcade that was there, which is a super cool experience. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it to go vacation. We're excited to go and visit in winter as well as in summer, because I think that in itself will be its own experience, especially if you like skiing or snowboarding. We even went down to the Deschutes River and went floating in the Deschutes River, like the hottest day that we were there, and it just felt like heaven on earth because we were just relaxed and enjoyed ourselves. Last and final question is, would we live in Bend, Oregon? And the answer is absolutely. I think of all the places that we've been on our journey and our adventures in the last 9 months, I've probably said more out loud that I would live here. I love it here. I would live here. I love it here. And I think Josh feels the same too. It just feels really a great combination of the West Coast, but it's also a great combination of the mountains, and it's a good combination of a small town versus a kind of a bigger city influence without all the people, without all the skyscrapers. It's kind of a really great hybrid in that way. Josh and I, we're in a place in our life where we talk about having a family and having children a lot. So having a safe community with lots of great schools, a lot of other people and kids who are doing and immersing themselves in the same type of activities that we would be interested in is a huge factor for us. So we talk about it a lot, even though he and I do not have our families that live there. We're not from there, but we love Oregon's vibe. We really enjoy all that Oregon has to offer. And being from Southern California myself, the sunshine is such a huge component and factor for me. And I hear Bend, Oregon is one of the sunniest places in Oregon that you can live. One downside that I will say is going to be the factor of fires, wildfires, air quality. That can be a huge, huge consideration when thinking about buying property there and living there. It is a huge risk. So being from Southern California, that's not something new to me, but it is a huge deciding factor and consideration. So something that one might want to consider as well, but I would say it's in the top 10, top 5 places where I personally could see ourselves living full time and starting a family. Okay, from a fellow traveler who has sensitivities to insects, one pro tip that I will want to share when traveling to Bend, Oregon in the spring, summertime, when things start heating up, is going to be the vicious mosquitoes. And I'm not just saying that as a tourist. It is such a thing that there's actually a beer called Vicious Mosquito. Honey, it's an IPA?
Yeah.
Okay, IPA. It's actually pretty good, but that is something that you should know because someone like me who gets devoured by mosquitoes, it's miserable.
Bend, Oregon is a place that has so much nature all around it. You know, if you love the outdoors, you love breweries, you love fall colors, you know, it's got all that packed in a pretty small area, and it's really unique, I've found. Not to mention that its downtown area is super quaint with the river running through it, the Deschutes River that you can even float down, usually in the summertime, and all the fall trees that are going to change colors with the seasons. So it's really wonderful. There's great places to check out, to eat downtown. There's a nightlife. There's a lot of cool little shops and everything else you would need in a smaller town or city type of living. One of my favorite things about Bend is having access to the mountains. It's like your backyard is the national forest, multiple national forests, and it feels like they extend all the way out to the coast. One thing that was a little different, I noticed from other places in Oregon, especially the western side near the ocean, is it's a little more arid, a little more desert climate. But that's not to say if you head a little further into the forest and find some valleys, you won't find lush rivers and lush vegetation. One of the best things to do in Bend is to check out a brewery and then head over to the amphitheater and catch one of your favorite bands.
When you first left me, I didn't know what to say. I never been on my own that way. Just sat by myself all day. I was so lost back then, but with a little help from my friends, I found a light in the tunnel at the end. Now you're calling me up on the phone, so you can have a little wine and a moan. It's only because you're feeling alone. At first, when I see you cry, it makes me smile. Yeah, it makes me smile. At worst, I feel bad for a while, but then I just smile. I go ahead and smile. Whenever you see me, you say that you want me back, and I tell you it don't mean that. No, it don't mean that. I couldn't stop laughing, no, I just couldn't help myself. See, it messed up my mental health. I was quite unwell. I was so lost back then, but with a little help from my friends, I found a light in the tunnel at the end. Now you're calling me up on the phone, so you can have a little wine and a moan. It's only because you're feeling alone. At first, when I see you
So we're walking around our campsite in Sun River Bend. Can you hear it?
I know, it sounds like it kind of sounds like one of those Disney horror films.
That sounds like one of those eerie horror films.
It's the new one coming out instead of, what is it, the Winnie the Pooh one?
Yeah.
Winnie the Killer Pooh.
It's the ice cream man from hell. Run! Run, kitties, run!
Run, bunnies!
Just had to share.